Hey there, welcome. I'm Charlotte Smith of 3Cow Marketing, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm going to talk about 4 ways to sell in the winter. But first, what a great day. My son is in the United States Marines, and he's coming home tonight for Christmas for 2 weeks leave. I'm so excited. And we haven't told my 12-year-old daughter he's coming home tonight. So he's coming home really late at night, and then he's going to surprise her in the morning. So I'm super excited. How are your holiday plans going? This is like the most exciting Christmas we've had. And then he will be home next year. He'll be out of the Marine Corps. So it's the last Christmas, 4 years, 4 Christmases we haven't been able to spend with him, and that'll be over soon. And yay, I've got people here already. Oh, Carla's here. Yes, Carla, I'm so excited. We're going to have a great surprise. So the reason I pop in here today is because I have a blog post that went live, 4 ways you can sell in the winter. And the reason I write this is I usually get calls from some of my farmer friends this time of year. This was inspired by one particular one who they tried their hand at raising chickens, and they did a small amount of chickens, and they were so popular, they did like 2,000 chickens, and they ended up with 1,000 chickens that they could not sell. They're left in their walk-in freezer, and our farmers markets are closed here for the winter, or at least any of the ones they could have gotten into are closed. There's still some big ones, but they can't get into them. And if your average chicken around here is $25 a chicken, that's $25,000 sitting in their walk-in freezer, not to mention the electric bill, which for our walk-in freezer is a lot of money. So it's costing them a ton of money to overwinter this product, and they don't have an outlet to sell it anymore for a lot of reasons. And I can't sell it because we have our own chicken customers, and we start taking orders. We don't have chickens right now, but my customers won't place orders with me if I fill their freezer with my friends' chickens. So I can't help them either. So I just want to encourage you all to be more proactive about selling and planning so that you don't have this happen in the future. But there are some things you can do right now. First of all, the most important thing to do is every time you come in contact with a customer, you've got to have a way to reach them next time. You've got to have enough of a relationship with them that they will want to be on your email list. If you meet someone and you say, hey, I'm selling chickens, sign up to be on my email list, they aren't going to do that. You have to talk to them about themselves and their problems and their family and the holidays and all of the things that interest them. And you can do this over the span of 5 minutes. So from here, I mean, you can't go to the farmers markets anyway. So when you run into people, make sure that you're working on investing time in them and who they are. And when they become curious about you in that way, they trust you, they're willing to buy from you. So I'd love to have you work on engaging people rather than trying to just shove chickens down their throat by posting on social media that you've got chickens for sale and that sort of thing. All right, so come from a place of giving and serving and making the people you run into feel really amazing, because then they're going to trust you and they're going to want to buy from you. All right, and you can get out and hit the pavement now and start doing that. I've got a blog post on 12 things I did my first 2 years of business to get profitable. Almost all of them involved hitting the pavement in the community. You can't possibly be able to sell your products on social media or on a website without leaving your house. That just doesn't work. People buy because they trust you and want that relationship. So find a way to get out in your community. Now, some things I did in the past when we were trying to keep our customer base building over the winter is I would just have an open barn day, 10 a.m. on a Saturday. Everyone would come and watch the milking process. Doesn't matter. It's not the farm tour itself that's important. It's the fact that they are there in a community with me, engaging. And those people will buy something from you, guaranteed. If they meet you and they're standing in the barn with you and they're looking at your cow, they're going to become customers. So how can you get those people out into your barn? Another thing you can do this winter is sit down and send every single person in your database a thank you note. Every single customer. Again, if you're trying to make more sales this winter, get out your pen and note cards and start sending thank you notes. That will help. Every time we have a new customer to the farm store, they get a personal thank you note. That builds trust and loyalty and will turn them into paying customers sooner. All right, make sure you've got your email list going too. We've got a free class on how to make sure you've got that set up too. The other thing you can do is hop online and jump into Google and search for farm to table restaurants near you. Again, this is all on the blog today. CrossFit gyms, if that's what your CrossFit boxes, if that's where your ideal customer is hanging out, or yoga studios, or for us, we have lots of health practitioners around here, herb stores and acupuncturists. Go visit those places. Some farmers will come to me and say, well, I visited a new business last week and it hasn't helped my bottom line. You've got to visit 100 new businesses. You've got to keep doing this. You've got to have lots and lots of fails, and you got to hear lots and lots of no's before you finally get someone who will open their door to you. And these are conversations about them. First, you're interested in them and how you can help them, and then talk about how you serve people. You can also look at your groups you're a part of, moms groups. One December, the Kiwanis Club had me in at lunch at a local pizza parlor just to talk about farming. They said, we just want to hear what it's like from a woman who gets up and goes and milks cows in the morning. It was the greatest thing. Well, all of those people bought product. So when you can have a place to build relationships with people, they are going to buy from you. The other thing I love to do to build my customer base, and this is great for the dead of winter because sometimes some of you have more time, find someone who already loves your products, who they are one of your good customers, and give them a bunch of your product. So in the blog, I use an example of, hey, Joanna is here, Penelope from New Zealand, but I use an example of chickens. If you have a customer, we have customers who spend hundreds or thousands of dollars a month, because remember, we have raw milk each week too, and then they buy their meat. I will take them 4 chickens because they're just really gregarious customers that love our product. And I will say, hey, 2 of these chickens are for you. And then I was hoping that you could give the other 2 chickens to 2 of your friends who you know would love to try our chicken, and just tell them how much you like it. So that's an influencer. You want to find one of your customers who's an influencer among people. When she talks, people listen, and she loves your food so much. Give her some free product with a little task and say, enjoy the 2 free chickens, and give 2 to your friends, and tell them what you love about our chicken. And here's our business card, and just share how much we help you by providing you with chickens. Do this to as many customers as you can. Like my friend who has 1,000 chickens in a walk-in freezer, they can afford to be giving away lots of chickens, handing them out to people. Guaranteed they're going to build their customer base doing that, and their email list. And then, not only give them the chickens, give them a recipe with the chicken, and then follow up by email. Now, I have a local naturopath who sends us lots of customers. So I will go in her office about once a month with a chicken or some ground beef or pork or something, and just say, hey, this is for you. Thanks for all the referrals. And I will follow up with her every month at least, and just make sure she knows I'm out there. You've got to keep in touch with these people, and getting out there in person is a great way to do that. Have a tasting in your house. This is so easy. If you've got a whole bunch of product this winter, invite everyone over to your house and have a chicken tasting or a butter tasting or a meatball tasting. It doesn't matter. You're going to build community. And I know that when people meet me in person, 99% of the time they turn into a paying customer. So you're looking for ways to either you get out in your community and meet people, or get them over to your house and cook up some samples of the food you produce and encourage them to be customers. Now, the people who actually do this, because not everyone is willing to do this, will sell out. they will get end of the night with all sorts of orders. It's amazing. So it does work. A friend of mine started a lamb business, and this is what she did. She invited my husband and I too, and she had a whole group of about 30 people there, and she had her friends there. They were excited to come for free lamb, and she had all kinds of orders by the end of the night without even saying, order my lamb. It was very subtle and discreet. My husband's a teacher, so he'll take some of our products to school, to the teacher meetings. He'll take butter or he'll take fresh cream for their coffee. We get so many customers out here buying from our farm because of that, because he took stuff. So that's the influencer effect. So when you have someone and a friend and you know that they work in a doctor's office, have them take some of your product in there already cooked and made up for a break. Put it in the break room and you'll get customers from that. So the ideas here are endless for starting to move product and getting in front of people. And again, it's worth mentioning another time that most farmers give up way too soon. You've got to hear no 99 times before you get that one yes. So if you're going to go take product to a business and then you think, oh, it didn't turn into any customers, that you've got to do that 99 times maybe before you get a customer. So this is what works. We've had a sold out farm store for years because we are willing to take the risk of being rejected, and we get out there in the community and we talk with people about them and their interests, and they want to buy from us, and we make sure they're on our email list too. So it's just, I just wanted to pop in here and say these things that work for us and our students over and over and over again. You're creating relationships. You're not trying to convince people that what you sell is healthier for them or worth the high dollar amount. You don't have to prove its worth cost-wise when you're building relationships with them, because that's where the value is. Okay, so Joanna just had an aha moment. Thank you, Joanna. You want to tell me what that is? What was your aha moment? I know Joanna's in Canada selling pork, and she lives a long ways from the market, so she has to drive a lot to get there. But if you could put that in the comments, I'd love to hear. So, I think you, Joanna, go round trip. You deliver your products. So when you're there, you want to make your deliveries or you're at your drop sites, and you're really just there to build relationships. Too many farmers think that they are there to deal with the transaction at hand. They're there to take money, and that's it, and then move on to the next person. But wherever you go, it's got to be about building those relationships if you want those people to come back. I had a poor farmer call me last week. He emailed me, and he said that people buy from him once and they never buy again. So we're going to take a look at what it is he's doing wrong, but he probably has not been getting them on an email list so he can keep in constant or consistent contact with them. And he's probably not talking to them about their lives and what is of interest to them. He's just talking about his product and the pricing. And it turns people off. So they buy from him once and they try to get away and they don't come back. So we'll be helping him in the new year. But thanks, you guys, all of you, for being here live. I see I have 7 comments, but it's when I'm here live, it's hard for me. Technology doesn't show me everything. So I will be in the comment section answering questions the rest of the day. But thank you all for being here. Have a fantastic day. Like I said, I'm going to the airport tonight to get my son, who's coming home on leave from the Marine Corps. So Joanna said her aha moment was she realized her ideal customers are in Facebook groups that have nothing to do with my product. I just never thought to be connected there. Yes. So online, go to those groups, moms groups, not pork groups. If you sell pork, you're not trying to build relationships in pork groups. You're going to places online where your ideal customer is. Is she part of a yoga community or a mom's group or a organize your house group, and on and on and on? Hey, Diana, thank you. Everyone have a Merry Christmas. I really appreciate all this engagement today. It's fun. It's fun when the farmers get out of the field in the winter and come in and get to engage, except Penelope's in New Zealand, so it's summer there. All right, take care, everyone. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I'm just going to enjoy some time with my family the next couple weeks, too. All right, talk to you all very soon.